Hi, everyone. Derek Leathers here for a couple of quick updates. First off, I want to thank everybody for all their efforts to continue to keep America moving while staying safe and staying healthy out there. We continue to have great success with the practices we've put in place, and we have stayed incredibly safe and healthy throughout this crisis thus far, and we need to continue to focus and keep the efforts ongoing to make sure that remains the case. Now, a couple of things that do cause me some concern. On a daily basis, we continue to find interactions taking place through the fleet, occasionally at an office, or even at a terminal where social distancing is not being fully complied with. Sometimes this is the fault of those that are walking around and choosing to gather together. At other times, it's an inadvertent error made by somebody that works here at Werner asking a driver to wait or stand by or hold for some assistance, and in doing so, put several drivers together in close proximity. That is not what we're looking to be doing right now. I know it's not intentional. Everybody has the best possible motives in mind, but now more than ever, execution is what matters. We are continuing to source increased volumes of hand sanitizer. In fact, at many terminals around the network, in the coming days, 55-gallon drums will be delivered so that we can fill up bottles that we have, fill up bottles you have, and continue to make sure you're in large supply. Wipes have been much more difficult to come by. We sourced some, but not nearly enough for the entire fleet, so we're shifting our focus on disinfectant spray instead of wipes. It'll do the same job, it's just as effective, and right now we need to buy what we can get our hands on and do so quickly without hesitation. That also means that depending on what terminal you go to, you might receive a different size, quantity, color, etc. of sanitizer and or sanitation spray. But please understand, this is not a time for us to be brand focused and only buying a certain predetermined quantity. We need to get what we can get and continue to get it to you, those that need it. We will stay focused on it. Nothing will keep us safer than social distancing. Make sure you're comfortable challenging anyone that puts you in a position where you feel as though your social distance can't be respected. Do it politely, do it professionally, and understand we're in this together. These are heightened times in terms of people's nerves, and at times, their tempers. Let's keep our cool. Let's do it professionally. Let's do it the Werner way. But it's absolutely appropriate to remind those around you about social distancing. At the terminals, I would like to remove excess chairs that are surrounding tables. There's no reason to present opportunities for people to violate the social distancing recommendations of the CDC. So if it's a table for 4, there should be 1 chair placed at that table. If it's a table for any large gathering, unless there's 6 feet of separation, there should always just be 1 chair. I realize this is inconvenient, but there is no better solution. We have outside seating at many terminals as the weather gets warmer. Please utilize that whenever possible. Continue to focus on keeping your distance. Continue to focus on hand sanitation, and we will continue to win this battle against COVID-19. But it takes all of us, and it only takes one of us to slip up to start the fire that could become much worse over time. So far, we haven't had that incident take place, but we have had incidents where people have encroached on one another's space, and we need to stop those at all costs. If you're walking up to a service counter or a safety desk or any other place in our network, stand at a distance, make your presence known, have the conversation, but continue to do so at a safe distance. If you're asked to have a private meeting, understand that if the room's not large enough, it might have to be done in an open public space, but with privacy as a priority. All of us must be flexible. If you get to a terminal, please take only 1 of whatever supplies we have. Please do not take and hoard in your truck what other drivers may need. Same goes for office associates or anybody else that may need these supplies. We want to make sure that everybody has access to it, and the best way to do it is to make sure that nobody has an abundance or an overabundance of those very needed supplies. I appreciate your cooperation. If you are out of supplies, and by chance, the terminal is also out because pickups of those very supplies have been heavy over the last day, ask before you leave. Perhaps somebody would give you theirs so that they could get or take advantage of the resupply that will be coming shortly. Please, everybody, help your neighbor, help your friends, help your coworkers, and most of all, help your Warner family wherever you can. It will take all of us to get through this, but we are getting through it now, and I appreciate all that you're doing. I hope you understand that these inconveniences are necessary, and they are for your protection. Thank you, stay safe, and thank you for keeping America moving.